Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm so excited to have you here. I actually heard the topic for today said on another podcast, and I'd heard it before, but the way that they described it and the way that they helped fix it really, really just hit home. So I wanted to utilize that and kind of like bring it here as well. I heard it from Dr. Casey Means. She is so outstanding to listen to if you've not listened to her before. She also has a book that I'm going to start reading too. So Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means. So awesome. I really, really recommend listening to her, maybe checking that out. But nonetheless, on a podcast I was listening to with her yesterday on it, she was talking about some of the metabolic issues. She's all about fixing metabolic health with good quality foods and whole foods and getting rid of the junk toxin and poor ingredient foods in our country to help remove and reduce the massive chronic health issues that we have in our country. And a lot of it really, really starts with what we're eating every single day. And so she goes into all these things all the time to try and explain, and it's very easy to understand when she talks, why we need to fix these metabolic issues. And it just makes sense the way that she said it. So, what she was talking about was the idea of naked carbs. So there's different types of carbs, right? We'll get that out there. There's natural sugars, there's added sugars, and that's something we need to kind of understand as well. Now, she is not a proponent for having added sugars. If we are going to remove things, we need to be removing things with added sugars on a very regular basis. If you're going to have something from time to time that has added sugars in it, that's just going to be life. But on a regular daily basis for all of your normal meals and snacks, removing those things or reducing the added sugars as much as possible is really helpful. But what about our natural sugars? So the example that she used was having an apple. So an apple is going to have a lot of natural sugars in it, which is great. The beauty of natural sugars is they're almost always wrapped up in fiber, and that is going to help slow down the digestion um, of that carb source. And when we slow down the digestion with things like fiber, that's not only going to help you stay fuller longer, but it's also going to help maintain your glucose levels. So the problem with having all of the types of foods that we're eating right now on a regular basis as, a standard American diet, the SAD diet, I still hate that it's called that. Let's make that better. But anyway, when we have these regular foods saying we're like it's breakfast and we're stopping at Quick Star or whatever gas station you have, and we're grabbing a donut and a coffee and orange juice, right? Maybe your kid's grabbing the donut and orange juice. And all that is sugar. All that is a naked carb. There's not even a fiber source in any of that. Maybe you're grabbing an apple and an orange juice. A little bit better because you have a little bit of fiber around that apple, but it's still not going to help keep us full really long. And when we have just like this naked carb all by itself, or a series of snacks and meals that are just naked carbs all by themselves, then your glucose tends to shoot through the roof and then it crashes back down, which is why sometimes if you have a meal or a snack, maybe 20, 30 minutes later, even if it's not a very big meal or snack, you probably start to kind of crash and you want to take a nap and you want to fall asleep because your body just went on like a super high roller coaster and now you're hitting the bottom and your body just kind of like runs out of this energy. And that's where we start to create all of these issues when our blood sugar can't stay steady. And it runs into higher cortisol levels and stress levels, and we have chronic high cortisol and chronic high stress. Then it leads into hypertension and it leads into heart issues and it leads into belly fat gain and it leads into diabetes and poor blood pressure control, and it leads into all kinds of other things as well. The chronic stress and the chronic fluctuations in our blood glucose leads to literally a ton of metabolic issues that we're dealing with. So if we can learn how to manage and keep our blood sugars a little bit more steady throughout the day, that's going to be really helpful. So how do we do that? We put clothes on our naked carbs, which are going to be fiber, fat, protein. That's all going to help slow down that digestion of those naked carbs. So another thing that I had heard a while back that I thought was really applicable is have what you want, but add what you need, right? So what that means is we need the protein, we need quality fats, we need quality carbs and fiber. And when we add add what you need, we add those to those snacks, add those to those meals, then we're going to help maintain our blood glucose levels a lot more appropriately. And it's going to help us maintain better control, leading to better health, less spikes, and less issues, less cortisol, less stress, everything, right? And that is what we're really, really after. And the way that she explained it just made so much sense. I had never heard it explained in the way that like the fiber, fats, and protein are the clothes to keep the naked carbs warm, right? It makes so much sense. So the example that she used, which I will, Casey means she's the expert for sure, and I'm just relaying her idea to you. But the coolest part about the way that she explained it is she was talking about the apple, right? And the apple's a great option. It's a whole food, it is straight from the tree, it's wonderful. So if we're going to have the apple, we have a little bit of fiber in there, which is great. But what about if we added, Greek yogurt and peanut butter and maybe even some chia seeds, right? And that's what she was talking about in there. And you get your Greek yogurt and then you have a protein source. Okay, cool. We're going to slow down that digestion a little bit more. Then we're going to add in the nut butter or the peanut butter or those types of things. And or maybe you add in some chopped raw almonds on top or something like that. That is going to help a lot with the fat content. And the fats are also going to slow down the digestion process. Not to mention, fats have a ton of other really awesome benefits, as do protein and fiber. So just remember that taking in all these different pieces of food at the same time are not only giving you a well-balanced snack and helping you manage glucose, but they're also doing your body favors, such as metabolism improvements, hormone production, helping with brain clarity and mental clarity and brain health and all of those things, which is amazing. Natural energy improvements, just everything is right there. Chia seeds are going to add a ton of fiber, also some fat, which is great. Fiber helps a ton to one, slow down digestion, which is really, really helpful. It's also going to help manage those blood glucose levels a lot better. It's also going to help a lot with improved digestion. It's also going to help a lot to lower bad cholesterol, improve heart health, improve blood pressure. So if we're able to make all these little switches and start to improve, our naked carb, intake, maybe we start to blanket that with some extra clothing per se, you could start to make some better progress. So I just wanted to relay this idea, give the book recommendation, tell you to search her up. She is so amazing to listen to, so easy to understand, and she's very passionate about the topic of cleaning up our country's health. And I really, really want you to have the same information that I have been listening to and taking in from her as well. So I wanted to relay that idea to you as a really, really good way to kind of start or improve your health and your nutrition and your food choice type situations. And I think that that's going to help a lot. So if you have questions on this topic, let me know. As always, if you want extra help, I'm always here. You're available to join our free Facebook group. We do a ton of information in there. I also do coach people in our NH Fitness app. We have all kinds of different coaching levels. Those are on sale this month with the annual plan in just November 2024 is our 1 year anniversary. So we do have our annual intermediate and our annual unlimited plans on sale. So go ahead and check those out. Everything will be linked below. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good one. Talk to you guys next time.